what I want you to do is I want you to find, first of all, you have to have a tape measure. And I want you to find your favorite pair of pants in your closet. Like the pants that when you put them on, they just feel fantastic. Like they sit exactly where you want them to sit on your waist. They're not tight, they're not loose, they just are a great fit. And then I want you to take your measuring tape and I want you to measure from the crotch seam. So start with 1 and you're going to measure from the crotch seam right where it has the seam at the bottom. And you want to take and then you're going to go all the way up to where the waistband is. And you want to write down that number. So as you can see for me, it's an 11. All right, so I'm going to measure all of my pants and let's see what number I come up with. You to do that with your closet. I want you to pull out your pants and measure, like, first of all, your favorite pair, and then measure maybe 3 or 4 pair of pants. All right, so I just did that to mine, and every single one of them was an 11-inch rise. From the crotch seam to the top was 11, except for the leopard pair, which were a 12-inch. And so I just want to kind of give you some awareness as to what you're going to be looking for. All right, so you want to have your range. So for me, it looks like 11 to 12 inches is perfect. So you want to pull up, you want to go to the store that you want to shop, and you want to pull up the jeans that you like, and then you want to find the details. So right here on this site, this is the Nordstrom site that I'm on, and right here it says details and care. And so it tells me right here what the rise is. So that says it's a 10-inch rise. That's not going to work for me because I know that my best pair of jeans or pants has an 11 to 12-inch rise. So I want you to check your details when you are looking for the perfect pair of pants for you. A low rise typically sits 2 inches below the navel and is about a 6 to 8 inch rise. So that's kind of the number right there. So if you like a low rise and you've looked at your pants and you see, oh, mine are like 6 to 8, that would be a low rise pant that you're going to look for. A mid rise sits right under the navel, like right under it, almost at it. And it's anywhere between an 8 and a 12 inch. So you can't say, okay, I'm gonna go get a mid-rise. So you don't wanna count on the fact that it says mid-rise on the jean, because as you saw with my jeans, I'm an 11 to 12. Well, I'm also tall, so I'm an 11 to 12. So if I measured or didn't measure something and saw that it was a mid-rise and yet it was an 8 inches, that's not gonna work for me. And so I may as well not even spend my time on that. It's going to sit way too low on me and not even work. All right. And then a high rise is anywhere between a 12 and a 14 inches and sometimes even higher because they have super high rise as well. And so if something said high rise in the store, I'd probably be okay with that as long as I didn't mind it coming up a little higher. Because remember, on my pants that I showed you, I was right between an 11 and a 12. So for you, I want you to be aware of what your rise is. What's that number? Because when you know that number, you can shop really well and always pretty much find the right pair of pants. Here's the thing. I don't like capris. I think they look frumpy. I think they age you. I just don't like the way capris look. I think an ankle pant is better, or even a walk short. So yes, a skirt applies to this same rule that I'm going to share with you today, but we are specifically going to be talking about pants, and that is the ankle or the capri. What is the best length for your pants? Well, In a nutshell, you do not want the capris ending at the fullest part of your calves. If you did nothing else, know that that is the number one rule. And the problem is, the capris mostly do that. They just land right there at that full part of the calf, and it's like Frumpyville. So what I want you to do to determine your best hem length is to stand in front of a mirror and put your heels together. Put your one foot at 10 o'clock, your other foot at 2 o'clock, and you can kind of separate your heels just a teeny tiny bit and stand up real straight, and you will see spaces in your legs. They start at the bottom and they go up even past your knees. We're not going to even talk about that today or show you. However, what I do is I call these the diamonds in your legs. Now, you might have 1, 2, 3, 4 diamonds, or you may be looking right in the mirror and you say, I don't have any diamonds. Well, that's okay. We have a perfect hem length for you as well. All right, so let's take a look. First of all, if your hem length is hitting right at the calf, it either needs altered or it needs to go in the to-go pile, or and you need a shopping list, like you're gonna go shop for some new pants. Because hitting there at the calf is not good. What we wanna do is we wanna pull the pant leg down, and we wanna hit right at the center of a diamond. When you do that, it is going to be a very attractive look. And notice, it's not a capri anymore. It becomes more of an ankle pant. Now, the other thing is, let's say that you have no diamonds in your legs. So what should you do? Well, you want to find the fullest part of your calf, and you want the hem length, you want the pant leg to fall below that. As long as it falls below that, you'll be good to go. I'm going to give you a little bit of insight into what to look for so you don't look frumpy, and you also don't look like a teenager trying to come back from the 50s and wearing the pedal pushers of days gone by. Let me read to you what pedal pushers are. Let me give you a definition. So pedal pushers are calf-length trousers that were popular during the 1950s and early 1960s. First seen as knickerbockers or knickers, they were also called that. They were baggy trousers that extended to or just below the knee and were most commonly fastened with either a button or a buckle. Knickerbockers were initially worn by men in the late 19th century and over time became part of women's fashion, and often cuffed and worn tight to the skin. They are related to the capri pant and are sometimes referred to as clam diggers. The name pedal pushers originated from the style originally worn by cyclists because long pants can catch in bicycle chains, but the style quickly became popular with teenagers. So that's your style story for today, but I want to show you how to wear them without looking like a teenager or like you are frumpy. All right, so first I want to show you a diagram of something that I came up with years ago about how to determine the best length for your hem length. So whether it's a capri or a dress or shorts or skinny pants or an ankle pant, whatever it is, how do you determine the best length? Well, there are a couple of things you can do. First of all, just like this diagram here, you want to stand up very straight. You want to look in a full-length mirror, and you want to put your foot at 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. So one at 10, one at 2, just like we're showing here in this diagram. You might want to keep your heels apart just a little bit, not much, just a little bit, because if you touch your heels, sometimes the calves are or the legs are going to touch the whole way up. So you might want to just leave them apart just a little bit to see if you have any spaces in your leg. So as you can see on this diagram, she's got a space at the bottom from the ankle up to about where the calf starts. This area is kind of shaped like a diamond, and that's why I call it the diamonds in your legs. And then you can see where the calves touch. And then you can see it opens again with a little bit of opening there, another type of diamond. And then the knees are close together. Lots of times knees touch. And then we've got a diamond on the upper part of the thigh as well. You have diamonds in your legs. Now, most of you have diamonds in your legs. Sometimes we don't have diamonds in our legs, but I want you to do this. I want you to do it flat-footed. Don't do it in shoes. Also, don't lean over to look and see where your spaces are. You're not going to see it that way. You've got to do it straight on in a full-length mirror. And then you want to kind of mark the spot on your leg where you realize your diamonds are. Anywhere that there is a diamond, an opening in the leg, that is a good length for you. And so if you are wearing shorter shorts, you can see on this diagram, she's got a little space up above. So what happens if you don't have any diamonds in your legs? Well, you can see that middle diagram, I call it the Chanel length, right there in the center. That is a length that looks good on everyone. Well, why am I bringing that up today? Well, because that's where pedal pushers are going to land. It is a pretty flattering length for most of you. Now, as you can see below, what I would say at the bottom, one thing I want to just kind of go over with you. So do you see that right below that, the middle diamond? All right, so let's start from the bottom. We've got the bottom diamond, then the legs hit together. Those are the calves. That's a danger zone. We never want our hem lengths to fall anywhere where our legs touch. So that is why capris are not very flattering on women, because they are longer and they hit in the middle of the fullest part of your leg. So pedal pushers, I think we can do it. So let's take a look at some ways to wear pedal pushers. These first two photos that I'm showing you are a little like that one photo is actually, it's a little longer than her at her knee, but she actually has pretty thin legs. And you can see there's a little bit of a vent on the side, but they're still not hitting where the fullest part of her calf is. So that makes it okay. The second photo, it's hitting right a little bit right at the knee, right a little bit below the knee. That is a good length. Again, it's a spot that's flattering on the leg. Both of these gals have on a white fitted tee with it, and the one has a little bit of a kitten heel and the other one has a flat on. Either way works. I would not do chunky sneakers with this look. You're going to need a shoe that has a little more of a delicate look to it. So let's say you do gain in your belly. I would not tuck in my shirt if you gain in your belly. You could wear that tank out, that aqua top. You could wear it out and then just wear a longer jacket with it, a layering piece, kimono. You could wear my kimono's fallen off my shirt here, but you could wear something like this, kind of a knit layering piece, open work. You can absolutely do that. Just be careful, D body shapes, tucking your shirts in if your hips really come out on the sides, right? So, if you've got a little booty in the back, it's okay to tuck your shirt in. It's not going to break up the balance of the outfit, but I just think even taking an Oxford shirt, wearing it open with a tank underneath, whether it's out or whether it's tucked in with a belt, you can absolutely do that. Most body shapes can do that. But I want you to have fun with your pedal pushers this summer. Tell me in the comments below, do you have pedal pushers and will you be wearing them? And if you would like this video, I would so appreciate it. And please subscribe to my channel. Until next week, I'll see you then. Bye-bye.